Yeah.
Last question here that someone had, is it safe for infants? I think you mentioned pets, so I'd imagine.
Yeah. It's safe for pregnant women and safe for small babies. Up 6 months old. I'm sure some may have tried it but you want to make sure the salt concentration is very low. But we've got a lot of people, my own grandkids, for example, who've been in the salt booth at different various ages. And we have now a 5-month-old that had a bit of a runny nose that she brought him into the salt booth for a few minutes. And it's interesting. It works. No, it does, but it is safe.
That's great. Yeah, it was a combination of I did traditional medicinal throat coat tea when I had COVID this last time, and the sore throat, it felt like strep. I don't know if it was strep, but that was the worst part. It just hurt so much in my throat, and so I kind of just combined teas with honey with your salt booth, a lot of sleep, and within 2 days, I feel like the sore throat was mostly gone. So it was pretty quick.
Yeah. It really impacts the bacteria and from spreading, and it kills. And it also helps hydrate. So when you have salt in your system, then when you're drinking water, it helps hydrate better. It kind of reduces that inflammation in a lot of other areas. So I've gotten into a modality where I'm drinking a particular sodium water in the morning when I first wake up. And that's really kind of done some interesting things for myself as well. Overnight sleep, depending on how much REM sleep and different ways that you're sleeping, infects you as well in your breathing pattern. So very interesting how salt impacts that.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been enjoying the nose strips. So I got into those a few months ago, and halotherapy and those nose strips is a great combo.
Oh, I mean, we did a talk with the author of the book Breathe, James Nestor, who was studying some of the deep divers who can hold their breaths for 7-8 minutes. And he really did a dive into how we evolved as a human species. And we used to really be more of nose breathers. And today, a lot of how we are mouth breathers. And he actually did some personal experiments where there's the tape that you get to really cover your lips that more or less forced you to nose breathe, especially going to sleep. And they also did he also studied by blocking his nostrils for a couple of weeks, where all he was a mouth breather. And he compared, and there's some interesting insights about that. So salt therapy does impact how you breathe better, and sleep better, feel better, perform better, all of that.
That's awesome. Well, Leo,